All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Um, I continue to be faceless. Maybe one day I'll get on camera, but for now, I don't know. I don't really know what my hesitations are necessarily. But yeah, just for now, I think this format just feels better. It's a little bit easier for me to get out. I think that's really what it comes down to. But I had posted on Instagram asking if any of you wanted to see my nail journal for this month. So this is June 2025. So I got this idea from Natalie's Neat Nails. I feel like I mentioned her in almost every single one of my videos. But she's just an amazing person. Obviously, I've never met her in person, but just our interactions over Instagram have always just been very positive, and she just seems like such a kind, um, gentle person. Obviously, she shares my enthusiasm for nail polish. But she does this thing where she kind of records all the nail polishes that she's bought and received in PR, and the nail polishes that she puts on her nails. And so I kind of figured that I wanted to adopt the same thing. I'm kind of obviously doing it in a different format because this is going to be based off of my needs and what I kind of want to record. But I thought it'd just be fun to like kind of go through it because I kind of like seeing this. Like I love seeing Natalie's kind of like data dumps at the end of every month and recaps. I'm a little late this month just because I've been like trying to move and things like that. And also just I've had a lot of work. But I'm just trying to take the time, excuse me, to do this because I think it'd be interesting. Like I said, I like watching these, um, and I I like watching these, and I just think it'd be like a fun thing to kind of recap. I'm sorry if my audio is a little weird. I'm still trying to figure that out. My last couple of videos, I felt like the audio was pretty good. I did have one person comment and say that they were having a hard time hearing it, but leave me feedback because I'm always going to be taking it in and kind of like trying to improve upon it just because this is like a fun outlet for me. But to kind of get into it, just to start, this is my journal that I'm using. I got this from a company called Citrus Book Bindery. They make a lot of like bullet journals, and there was a period of my time of my life where I was really into bullet journaling. But I just couldn't keep it up because it is a lot of time and effort to like make those beautiful spreads, and I just don't have the patience for that. So this is where I got that bullet journal. I can leave the link in the bio down below just in case any of you want to watch it, but they will custom make anything for you. And this one's kind of like, I really like the bullet style. So like, they have a lot of different formats. Like you can do lines, you can do the grid. I like doing bullets. So that's what I chose. And I have like a million of these just because it's kind of nice to like have a small notebook to kind of take notes. And, I like use them throughout like different aspects of my life, like whether it's taking notes for work or journaling or now nail polish. So let's just get into it. I feel like I've just been rambling a lot. But yeah, so to go into this, I split it up into a couple different sections. So the first one is all the manicures that I wore every single month. And then this is kind of a note on like collections I passed on and why. And this is a way to kind of hold myself accountable because I will kind of like frivolously like spend, and I kind of want to get into a mindset of like filling the gaps in my collection instead of just buying everything because I certainly do not need any more nail polish. And I think I like kind of writing down like what I passed on and why, or like if I'm just going to go back and get it later on. That's been, I think, a way for me to be mindful and to kind of hold myself accountable. And then this is a list of all the PR that I received in the month of June 2025. And then this is over here like a polish swap that I participate in. I'll put more information about that down below. And I'll go more in depth on all of this. And I'll go over, I guess I'll go over this month or next month at the end. But just to start, this is all the manicures I wore. There are a few that are missing, I'm pretty sure. just because I think I just forgot to bring this with me when I like sometimes I'll be like pet sitting or like moving, whatever it is. And so I just think I forgot to note some of them down. But just looking at this, it's like a nice reflection and a way for me to kind of recap, what I really, really enjoyed and what I really, really did not necessarily enjoy. Um, so just to start out, like Uno Mas, I wore like I put the name of the brand and then the name of the polish underneath it. And so I really enjoyed Uno Mas. I purchased from them. I had been following them for a long time, and now I get to swatch for them, so that's really exciting. But yeah, I really enjoyed those two polishes. I remember Mooncat's pomegranate seed. I wasn't really impressed with this polish. Like in the bottle and in swatches, it looks so stunning, but on me, it just kind of seemed to fall flat. So yeah, that was not a polish that I really enjoyed. Aura Bloom is another brand that I just started swatching for, and so this is PR. This most of these I'll mention which what I purchased myself and was PR, but this was PR. But I just enjoy this entire collection. I'm sure if you watch my other videos, you just know that I thoroughly enjoy anything that's like kind of rainbow coated and neon. And this was both of those. It was also black white reactive, which I thought, I mean, that's a fun feature. It's not necessarily something that I look for in nail polish, but I mean, it's fun. But yeah, I really enjoy this collection, and I'm hoping to like make time to actually do a video to do a video to fully review this whole collection. Um, just because it is a very small brand and I would love to see them get more attention. And so, yeah, everywhere that you see Aura Bloom, so this was Hypno Jelly or Hypno Gelly. I'm not sure how to say that. But that was the pink, and then the purple from that collection was Paracosm. And like I said, I liked everything that I tried from there. Chameleon Nails is like always going to be one of my favorites. They do tend to make a lot of thermals and solar, so I don't really purchase from them too often, just because the shelf life on solars and thermals just kind of stresses me out. But again, this was such a stunning polish. I picked this up in a D stash, and it's just so pretty. Like, it's just so good. And this is another Aura Bloom, the premonition out of that out of that collection. Then BKL Slithery Little Snake. Oh my gosh, this was another one of my favorites. I actually have this sitting on my desk right now. Just because, like, I don't know, I was like kind of sorting through my collection, and I saw another polish by Polished, the brand Pahlish, and I just wanted to compare these two. But this was such a beautiful polish. This came out in the May 2025 PPU, and I wore it, and I just thought it was so pretty. And then Charmed Lacquer came out with her line of like rainbow neons. This is one of them that I have here. I'm hoping that in the future I'll be able to show you all of these polishes, just to kind of, I don't know, give more context and like a visual. I did a video on this too, so you can go check that out. I really thoroughly enjoyed this line. My I guess like hang up was just that I wish that they had come out with a warmer toned purple. But besides that, like, it's neon, it's rainbow. I love it. I loved all the charms. This one was my favorite charm. And I kind of put it in a safe spot because I don't want the straw to break off. But there was that. And so I did a really cute manicure with this collection. It's over on my Instagram if you want to check that out. But I really loved how it turned out. And maybe I will, if I if I can figure it out, I'll put a little like screenshot of the manicure because it was really, really cute. And then Broken Pixel also came out with a collection. It was why can't I think right now? It was Sailor Moon themed, and again, a really, really, really pretty collection. I received that in gifted PR as well. And my favorites were, I'll come down here now, but Love Wink from that one. It was like this yellow, I don't know if you can see like the sparkles in this, but it was just such an unexpected favorite. Like the way that the glitter in that polish just catches light was so pretty, and I just like could not get it out of my mind. And yeah, that one, I don't know, it's just an unexpected favorite. Um, and then the Starlight's Eternal Kiss and Harp's Rhapsody. Those are my other two favorites. Not that the other ones were bad. Like I wore Leaves of Oak down here, and there was a red, which I think it's called Fiery Precision. Those were also pretty, but the three out of the collection that were my favorite were the pink, the blue, and the yellow. And then I wore Cirque Colors Wishful Thinking, and this was for Magnetic Monday, which also is something that Natalie kind of brought into my little part of the nail polish world. And so I wore that. That's a really pretty polish too. I'm not always partial to magnetics just because I don't know, like I have so many of them, but I just never wear them. So like Magnetic Manny Monday has become like a way to kind of get my magnetics in. But it's a pretty polish. It really is. Again, I think I have a swatch of that on my Instagram, and you can go check that out if you want. But um, yeah, it's from the Delusions collection, and again, pretty polish. Have nothing bad to say. Then I wore Cracks McLovebug. This is really pretty in the bottle. I didn't like it so much on me. So that's the only thing I have to say. And then Holo Taco's Pink Fizz. I don't know. You can't go wrong with pink and hollow. So I like that one too, but I wouldn't have said it was like my top favorite. And then I did this manicure with a lot of Apocalypse polishes. So Apocalypse polish came out with a thermal. So they have a thermal that's called Redacted, but then they came out with a thermal that was called Redacted with more redacted, and that just like is my kind of humor. It just makes me laugh. Like I feel like that's something that I would do if I had a nail polish brand or if I was naming like, colors and things like that. So like when they got that, I had to pick it up. I had to buy it. And I just had this idea like to do this nail art. It was inspired by another nail artist, and I'll put their, I'll try to remember to put their like, or like the picture reference, in the captions in the the bottom of the YouTube video. But pretty much I did like all these colors, and then I put the redacted thermal on top, and so it was kind of like a reveal, and it was just really cool. And I feel like it was this kind of like semi-viral moment for me, which was really cool to experience as well. And it was just really fun. I really like, I'm going to remember that forever, that manicure forever, just because like I feel like I was feeling kind of like down and critical of myself when I did it. But it just blew up, and that was just a good feeling. Like, but I feel like that's my life, is like I'll be so self-critical and I'll put something out there because I also try not to lean into like the trap of perfection. And so like, yeah, I try to still put out things that I'm not always happy with. And then I don't know, it always has a pretty positive response. So yeah, no different there. Oh, and I probably have a short on it here on YouTube as well, so you can probably check that out there. But yeah, like that was just a really fun manicure that I did. Then again, Broken Pixel, Leaves of Oak. Again, really pretty polish. And I also, these swatches are not these swatches do not do the polishes justice. I'm going to say that as well. You should definitely go see it on an actual person, or like, swatch stick or whatever, because these colors like look so much duller on paper than they do in real life or like on your nails. And so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this was also really pretty polished. But like I said, the three, Starlight's Eternal Kiss, Harp's Rhapsody, and Love Wing were my three favorites from that Sailor Moon themed collection. And also Broken Pixel is coming out with another collection later this month that I'm so excited for. It's all shimmers, which if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that that's my favorite finish at the moment. But yeah, I'm really excited for that to come out. And then I wore Polish for Days, What Was I Made For? Polish for Days, hands down, is one of my favorite nail polish brands. And that was also stunning polish. Even just the swatch is so pretty, but like on the nails, it was even prettier. This one didn't make it to the gram because I was just really busy and I just didn't bother photographing it. Then Island and Peas Alice. This was from their newer Magnetic collection. Really, really beautiful color. I did this again for Magnetic Monday, and I remember just the blue that reveals itself when you magnetize it. It's such a stunning blue. I think I'm having a blue moment. Like my nails are blue and all that. But yeah, that was a really stunning polish. I did post that. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube as a short and also on my Instagram and my TikTok if you want to check it out there. Lurid Lacquer, hands down, another one of my favorite polishes. I wore Fired Up and F the shit. Ooh. F this, that word. I didn't care so much for Fired Up. I think I'm going to destash that polish just because it's really pretty. Like, you can see even on paper, it's really pretty. I just didn't like it so much on me. And I know that there's a lot of people who like would love it. And so I think I'm going to be destashing that one. But the other one that I'm not going to say because, bad words, that one was just, it was pretty. No comment. Like, that was definitely one of my favorites from this month. And then Garden Path Lacquer, I'm pretty new to that brand, but I still really love it. And I had seen Cracked had put out this like kind of blurple with blue shimmer for Hella Handmade Creations, and someone had taken like this like a Holo Taco purple, I think it was Resting Witch Face from Holo Taco, and put that color on top of it. And so I kind of wanted to I kept thinking about that combination, so I recreated it and I used Olive Ave's Titania and then put Garden Path Lacquer's Victory Lap on top of it, and it was really, really beautiful. And I believe, I did post this one to my Instagram. It was really, really beautiful, like such a beautiful combination. But it wasn't the same as the combo that had inspired this combo. And I'll try to remember who I saw put that down. Their name is like right at the tip of my tongue, but I just can't like think of it. It has like, it reminds me of the word summer. But yeah, anyway, I'll try to put that in the captions below if I remember. And then Sassy Sauce, Never Have I Ever. I love Sassy Sauce. Everything they have from them is just my favorite and gorgeous, and I love it. And then Dam Polish, GTFO, My Uterus. Beautiful polish. This one also did not make it to my Instagram, but really, really beautiful polish. And I believe it, like, money from that went to support reproductive rights. So I'm all for that. And then I did this nail art that was kind of like zebra print with some Deco Beauty nail stickers. Really loved how that turned out. It was like, that was inspired by another nail collab that it's called the like PMC collab, and it's like basically the host comes up with a picture, and then everyone tries to like recreate that picture in nail art. But I didn't really love how it turned out on me just because I don't like stark white on my nails. And I think I have a reel actually on that nail art, but I just don't like how it turned out. So what I did is I took that like concept and did an edit on it, I guess, and used Cirque linen as my background, and then the OPI black onyx as kind of like the thing to like create kind of like zebra stripes on my nail. And then I added some like flower stickers, and I thought it was so cute, and I got a lot of good feedback on that nail art too. And so yeah. And then Apocalypse, I Dump Your Ass, I wore this over here too. I love this polish. It did not get to like the Instagram or anything like that, but I just really I just was wearing this polish, and I would just like look down at my nails and just like kind of stare, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, really good polish. I love this. I feel like this was a good month for me to kind of get acquainted with Apocalypse polish. Like all of these over here, these neons, and then like I wore one of them by themselves. And then Cracked Lahar, this one did not, these two, these are both Cracked. Lahar and Purple Party Monster, neither one of those made it to the gram, but both are so pretty. Like, these swatches do not do them justice at all. I'm sure all of you have seen actual swatches of those two polishes on Instagram. Beautiful polishes, both of them. And I plan to do I was going to do it for Magnetic Monday, but honestly I just kept messing up my swatches. And so I wanted to redo it before I posted, again, falling into my trap of perfection, but both beautiful polishes. So I just off the top of my head, my favorites from this month, I would have to say I mean, this is like a quick review as well, right? Chameleon Nails Cellular Bloom for sure. Aura Bloom Paracosm, BKL Slithery Little Snake, the entire Charm Lacquer line. That was stunning. Broken Pixel Starlight's Eternal Kiss, Harp's Rhapsody, and Love Wink. Um, the like just the neons here, all the neons that Apocalypse has. I think, well, I'm missing some now, but at that time, I think these were all the neons that they had. Polish for Days, What Was I Made For, Island P. Alice, Lurid Lacquer, F this S. I'm not going to cuss, sorry. Garden Path Lacquers, Victory Laps, stunning, stunning, stunning. Olive Abs, Titania is just also really pretty on its own. Sassy Sauce, Never Have I Ever. Dom, GTFO, My Uterus was so beautiful. Apocalypse, I had a lot of favorites this month. And then both the cracks. So yeah, so those were all the things I wore. I did wear more. I just forgot to note them down because I forgot this notebook when I was like traveling. But yeah, a good picture of like what I wore this year. It seems like it was a lot of pinks, which I think is interesting. But yeah, pinks, a lot of pinks. And then collections I passed on. So Cirque came out with the Midsummer like magnetic collection and the Aura collection. I do plan to pick this up because I love Cirque magnetics, although they are kind of pricey. So like, I think this will be the last time I will be picking them up. Maybe we'll see. No, don't hold me to that because I really do like Cirque's magnetic formula. I think it's just like, I don't know, it's one of my favorite magnetic formulas, and I'm trying so hard to not be a completionist, but I am. And so I plan to eventually pick this collection up, probably when it goes on sale or something like that. Polish came out with a glitched collection, and I'm gonna save those for I think like a rainy day. There are a few that I do really want. I did pick up she had some mystery polishes from this collection, so I did pick those up. But from the actual collection, I plan to pick up Mona Lisa JPEG just because of the name. It just makes me laugh, and I feel like I always have to kind of collect anything that is Mona Lisa like themed or named, just because that is also my name, and I think it's funny. The Y2K in 1995, those are all ones that I want to pick up. And then Polish for Days also came out with like a space themed collection, and half of the collection I was really excited for. And at the time that I'm filming this, I did already pick those up. It was like the green, the pink, and the blue that were like shimmers. And so I picked those up along with the Day Glow, Night Glow drop that she re-released those because I have been like drooling over a lot of the Night Glow and Day Glow collection, and the fact that she just released like 5 of them. It was like a good opportunity for me to pick all those up. So I picked those up, and then the ILNP, they dropped some creams and jellies, and I plan to pick all of those up. I love ILNP. I don't know, they're just a solid brand in general, and I plan to pick those up later, probably when there is some type of sale. So yeah, so that was that. I'm sure I missed some collections. Again, I wasn't as diligent with this. And I think this month, like, this is going to be blank because this is going to be the last month that I really just spend money on polish because I'm planning to enter a more strict, like, low buy or no buy. I'm going to say no buy, but knowing myself, there is going to be something that pops out that I'm going to want. Like, Kathleen & Co. is coming out with this, like, really beautiful kind of fall-themed shimmer collection that is, like, based around cars and things like that. And I really do want it, but I'm like sitting here kind of trying to talk myself out of it right now. So that might be a collection that I pick up, but I'm not sure yet. And then in terms of PR, everything that's on this side of the page I picked up, or that I got in PR. Again, I'm really always grateful to get PR, as most of us are or should be. And I'm just like, Aura Bloom is a new brand to me. I haven't really like known, like I didn't know about them, but I'm really excited to see like what else she comes out with, because this was a really stunning and just solid collection, really fun, absolutely fits like things that I like in terms of neons and rainbow. And then Broken Pixel, again, this was also just such a stunning collection. I plan to do a review video on both of these collections. And yeah, and so that'll be coming soon. And then I also participate in this polish swap on Instagram. It's called Pookie's Polish Swap. you should join. You know, it's just a really fun way, especially if you're kind of participating in a low buy or a no buy. But I was able to swap with, oh man, I always want to call her Instagram handle Manny's to a T, but I know that's not what it is. It has Manny and T in it, but yeah, that's not correct. But basically, we swapped polishes, and she just gave me all these stunning purples. Again, these swatches do not do them justice. And this is an example. Like one of these, which one was it? Morgan Taylor Belted Out. I did wear this as a manicure. Yes, that was like the first polish I put on from this polish swap, and that didn't make it onto my other page. But again, just really grateful. She was so generous with all the polishes that she sent me, and like it was just like really a really beautiful, like a really beautiful like little mini collection of like someone else's polishes that they don't want. And so yeah, just a really fun way to kind of like get new polishes and also get rid of polishes that you don't want anymore. Because I like have a bin of polishes that I'm either trying to destash or get rid of. And so this is a good way to like kind of give those away to someone else who might love them more than you do. But yeah, there's that. And then I want to go into kind of like this month, what my goals are. So again, I'm going to do the same thing where I record my manis. This was actually my first manicure for this month. And this is Cirque Colors Rhapsody in Blue. I've had this like for a little while now, and I just like always wanted to just wear it as a full manicure. And so it's already chipping a little bit, but that's also on me because I go to the gym and things like that. So I'm not exactly like easy on my hands and my nails. Like you can see all my calluses and stuff. But yeah, so that's on me. But again, I just love this blue. Like it might be reading more as like a royal blue on camera, but there is this like, it's like a muted, let me see if I can, it's like kind of muted. There's like, it's like if you took a bright blue and then just like muted it just a titch. It's just so, and I just love that. Like I love that like tiny subtle muted quality to it. So yeah, I plan to record all my manis again in the same way. And then and then I also have a PR page. So this is all things that have already been released from Aura Bloom. I thought I have some PR from another brand that I'll be sharing soon. But yeah, all of these are available on the Aura Bloom website at the moment. I just was given this as PR to give swatches or to like provide swatches for her to put on her site. My favorite just from these 6 was definitely Berry Shift, the Fuchsia, and the Drowned Abyss. This one like might potentially be a dupe for Mooncat's Rue Morgue, maybe. They're very, very similar. Like again, the swatch does not do it justice, but they're very, very similar. And so I don't know. I don't have Rue Morgue in my collection. So yeah, someone else is gonna have to like dupe that. But just from pictures alone, I feel like it's very, very close. And then what I also plan to do is I'm going to be participating in the polish swap again. So that's going to go here. So I'm going to put polish swap. And then I'm going to also put down, I feel like I shouldn't do this month because it's going to be a bloodbath. But polishes that I've purchased, eventually, like, I'm not going to do it this month because it's going to be bad. And I don't want to hold myself accountable. But maybe I should. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if I should or not. But like my other category would be polishes that I purchased in that month. And my hope would be that starting in August that there would be nothing on this page. You know? But yeah. So yeah, so that's my setup for this nail polish journal. And the collections I passed on. That's something I need to write down. So let's put that down. Yeah, yes. And then the other page would be like polishes that I purchased, which this month it's going to be a lot. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this and like your feedback, and you know, if you think that there's like another page that I should put in here, because I don't know, like it's just a fun concept, and I'm really glad that Natalie's Neat Nails, or Natalie, um, you know, kind of like introduced this concept to me, because it's also just a nice kind of like visual to see like what you were wearing, and like, you know, like from this I can see that I wore a lot of pinks. I'm always expecting purples because that's one of my favorite polishes to wear. Um, yeah, it just seemed like a very like pink, purple, and blue spread. But yeah, it's just kind of like one of those things. It's just nice to reflect on. So yeah, definitely let me know what you think. Like, I don't know. And if there's any other pages that you think I should have, other ways that, you know, you're recording your polishes, um, all that kind of stuff. But again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. And, you know, as I say at the end of all my videos, I do sincerely hope that all of you are taking the time to do something really nice for yourselves, just for even 30 minutes every single day, taking a walk outside, painting your nails, whatever it is. Because, yeah, you can never pour from an empty cup. And I don't know, I'm trying to lean into this too. Self-care is just so important. And it's, you know, it's a heavy time in our world. And in order for us to like make the world a better place, we also have to be in a good place ourselves. So, all right. Well, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.